Welcome to the Girl Herd,
where we talk Texas football.
And a bunch of takes you've probably already heard.
But not from us. Hey, Herdies. We love saying that.
Yes, I feel like the three of us are podcasted out right now. We have some really exciting news that we sort of tease. I teased it on Twitter. We have an exciting interview coming out that you all will know more about soon. So we've had a really busy Girl Herd day.
I know. I feel like my brain has been is in buffering mode. I'm like, come on, wake up. We're here again.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's new territory, right?
Yes.
Well, we also have a big week with Girl Herd too. So I was live texting you all about the women's basketball game yesterday, the huge win over OU in Austin. And I mean, it felt like DKR in terms of the sound, how loud it was. I couldn't believe it. I don't think I've ever seen a game be that loud for basketball. So it made me super proud. And my dad was live texting it with me. And so I know we cannot wait. We had already planned on being in the building this Thursday ourselves. You all are always asking us to go to other sports. So we're going to be showing up to the women's basketball game on Thursday, looking for that split against LSU, and we can't wait.
I know. I think it's huge too of shout out to Moody, right? And the people behind designing Moody Center, because it truly is a basketball arena. Like we had all of our experiences in Frank Irwin, and granted, right, it was a very old facility, but you didn't have the same feel of like everybody kind of on top of the court and the acoustics in the building to make it so loud, which is really, really special. Even the announcers, I think we were texting about that, they were talking about the environment in Moody and just how bought in the student body has gotten behind our women's basketball team, which is beyond special. And I think it just has kind of trickled from the end of our football season, and now with our women doing so well and the growth in women's sports that we're seeing and their domination. I cannot wait to be there on Thursday.
I know. I mean, after all the hype of like everything with playing OU, I was like, our women, of course, I sadly couldn't watch it yesterday. I was at another event and I was like watching it kind of on my phone. I was like, our women are playing OU right now. And my mom was like, and the guys already won and beat OU. And I was like, yes. So we were all excited for that. And then of course, going into this week, and I was with people that went to LSU, and I was like, I'm going to Austin and watching our girls play against each other and getting that revenge in Moody. And I haven't been in Moody, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't go yet.
I don't know why, but I feel like this game against LSU holds more weight than the game against OU and us sweeping OU, because we already lost to LSU once, and just the magnitude of what LSU women's basketball is. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be even crazier than it was just the other day.
I think in general terms, that makes sense, Angie. The reason why, outside of it being like a rivalry game, the reason why OU had so much weight going in, well, a couple of reasons. One, Aaliyah Chavez. We tried really hard to sign her, and then she chooses Stillwater over Austin, which, I mean, that's her business. But the other reason was OU beat South Carolina, who is leading all the SEC, and it really put the program on the map, and it made you respect them in a different way. Because to your point, we'd already beat OU. So in those terms, I think no, but then it was like, okay, well, they're able to beat a team like this. We've got to really get it together. And I mean, yeah, the LSU game, whenever we were there, I think it was a tough environment. So now we get to show them our tough environment, and it's going to be a big deal. A lot of stars on both sides.
And coming back home.
Outfits. Oh my God. Can't wait for all the outfits.
I know, especially, I do like the LSU coach. Love to watch her in her outfit, speaking of outfits. So it'll be exciting.
They're going to need to put a red carpet in the back somewhere for everybody to walk down.
Tunnel walk like the WNBA does. I love that. And speaking of women's sports, it was so cool seeing softball was in the building, volleyball was in the building, and those programs are right at the top of the nation too. I mean, y'all, softball national champs. We were recently volleyball national champs back to back. And then our women's basketball finishing in Final Four. They are holding it down for the 40 acres, and I love it.
So I was talking to somebody on Saturday and they were like, yeah, like UT, like back then when we were good at everything. And I was like, hold up, we're getting good at everything again. Be mindful.
Yeah, in the wave of like it used to be, you know, your revenue generating sports were football and men's basketball. And now look, like volleyball is having a facility, a whole facility built for them, which is so freaking exciting. I know they have to be ecstatic. It's going to be a little bittersweet leaving Gregory Gym, which we have so many memories, and that is a really nuanced, cool little space to play in. But so many more people want to come and support them. So it just only makes sense for them, you know, to get their flowers too and have this really cool facility for them to play in.
Yeah, I mean, again, excited to go to Moody and see the new. I'm excited for the volleyball team. I mean, speaking about environments, it's going to be interesting going from Greg to what they'll do. But I'm sure all of the minds that be have thought about that and what that'll be like as well.
Yeah. Speaking of all that, so of course the town hall with CDC is on Wednesday. We got a DM. We got a DM from Rick. He was like, "Oh, Girl Herd's going to the game. Are you all also going to go to this press conference? It's free to get in. Blah blah blah." And I was like, I had looked at it and I almost texted y'all, and then I was like, "Oh wait, well that doesn't work out because it's Wednesday night. The game's Thursday night. Logistically, y'all, sometimes the logistics are real hard. I think some people don't realize." We live in Houston. Mm-hmm. So everything we do in terms of Texas athletics and UT Austin, which we love near and dear, but we have to drive there. So bear with us. We're making our way to the spring sports.
I was just talking about this to Corey. He is a sports broadcaster in Austin and has kind of been following along, has seen the stuff that we are doing. And I was telling him, because he was just at the OU women's game covering it. I was like, we're actually coming on Thursday. And he was like, wait, what do you mean by coming into town? I was like, no, the three of us all don't live here. I'm like, if only we didn't have regular jobs and careers that we could just be at Longhorn stuff all the time,
When Girl Herd makes it big, we'll be there 24/7. Maybe we'll have an office on campus somewhere. You never know.
Yeah, 2.5 hours isn't bad, and we've all joked like we love an RV. If anyone just has a random car company that wants to take us around, we'd be okay with that as well. But yeah, I mean, speaking of like crazy week of everything, we've obviously had a busy day today, and then the next 2 days I have a work conference, and I know we all are juggling all of that. So yeah, wish we could be there but we'll be calling in. We'll call in, we'll listen to CDC, and then we'll be there on Thursday.
I always wonder, I'm like, he has to be excited about the role he's in right now. Like, look at all the success that we've just talked about with all of these teams and these programs and the trajectory of where University of Texas athletics is going. And we already are this huge figure within college athletics, and it just continues to grow and get bigger, which I feel like, thinking back to when we were in school, I don't know how the brand could have gotten bigger, but it is. It's kind of like the iPhones, right? Every time they come out with an iPhone, I'm like, what are they going to do that's different in the new iPhone? And sure enough, they find a way.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to the town hall from last year, and I think it was really interesting learning about like the job that he has to do, because although we saw the girls like pack the Moody for the basketball game, like a lot of these sports operate at a loss. And so it's pleasing everyone. It's having a balance. Softball's a big one. They're really on him about giving them their flowers and the fact that they need a new facility. And so it's just like budgeting and handling so much. And then you have the fans and all the complaints that they have. I mean, I can't even imagine, but I think he should feel a lot of pride in just the impact that he's brought. Because I mean, to your point, Michelle, we're really relevant again.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I love CDC. Of course, we've met him. We've talked about him a lot. And yeah, like, I mean, the number of tweets we read alone, I can only imagine how many DMs and everything he's getting. And then I remember last year, like the big topic of town hall was the parking and like the baseball facility. And now they've like opened it up for others to be able to park there and different things. And I still see tweets on that. So like as big of a brand we are and everything else that's happening, there's just, I mean, as we say, our fans love to give feedback. So he's dealing with all the things. And then as we grow and grow, and then Austin's changed so much, so that is only a thing too.
Yeah, I love that you said that our fans have lots of opinions. Make sure we teased a little bit who we had an interview with, but he touches on the very subject. So definitely something to tune into. But parking, it only makes me laugh because I was just on campus not that long ago for work. And I'm like, I was telling all my colleagues, I'm like, see this right here? This used to be called the C lot, like not dating ourselves, but we used to have to fight for parking in the C lot, and now it's just buildings. I'm like, where do they all go? Like, it's insane.
I know. And then the new facility and everything else that's being added right there too. Like, we used to talk about getting towed in Austin when we were there and not having any parking and having to park on the streets. Like, yikes.
Gotta be brutal.
Well, one of the things that they did ask about if it will be addressed on the town hall is gymnastics, which I know Michelle. So I mean, I think it's still a pipe dream, but it would be cool.
It would be. It's huge in the SEC.
Well, it's just funny. Like, we don't have, like, I was talking to somebody else about it, like us nor A&M. Like, A&M thinks that maybe they have like some like club team or something. But I was like, we literally grow gymnasts here in Houston, and we don't have anything in Texas that is, it's shocking to me, and I want it for us now, but I never really thought about it before. But yeah.
Yeah, the state as a whole is like gymnastics dominant. Like, some of the biggest training facilities for gymnastics were in the state of Texas. So it only makes sense.
Yeah. I just don't think people were like, we like think about the Olympics and everything else, but like people aren't really thinking, oh wait, but like conference wise, you don't have anything either.
Yeah, I think it's what Angie said though. Like, it's so Big 12 coded to like not think that way.
Yeah.
But being in the SEC, it's like, oh, they all have fantastic teams. And it's just, I mean, I love the sport. I love following it. For Olympics, when it's not Olympic season, all the world championships, I grew up watching it. So yeah,
and like like we were saying the other day when we were kind of watching it, is like how much more fun they seem to get to have when, like, of course it's a little different in college versus in Olympics, but yeah.
Not perfect. I mean, they're building that facility for volleyball. It could easily also be transitioned into a gymnastics, facility where they compete, right? Like, when I was at LSU gymnastics would sell out the PMAC before men's basketball would. So like, it has the potential to be a revenue generating sport if you can get it there.
And hey, we just talked about how some are taking a loss. So, when we were there, we went one weekend and we went to a volleyball game, and they had like Simone Biles was doing her tour at Moody and doing all that. So they have facilities. For one thing Texas has, it's facilities. So fun though. But yeah, I'm excited. I haven't been back for a basketball game in a long time, so it'll be nice to be back in Austin and supporting the
Irwin Center. I still feel like they shouldn't have torn that down though. Like, I feel some type of that building.
Thank you. I know the name.
So many memories there. And just to see it, like, it's an empty lot now. It's so sad.
It was a landmark. It was like, oh, you're in Austin. You see the big drum. And now it's just like, nothing.
I know. Everyone's like, that needed to go. It was gross. We needed a new facility. I'm like, we graduated there? Yeah, lots of memories there.
Could have repurposed it. Somehow.
Sad day. Yeah. Speaking of change. Oh, well.
Ooh.
Well, we have that, and then the Super Bowl is coming up. Not that, I mean, we don't really want to rehash the fact that the Texans could have been in there and they're not. But
someone said it though someone said it on Twitter. I feel like no one's talking about the Super Bowl. I did see, of course. Well, I was gonna say something, but I feel like it would reveal who our guest is, so I'm gonna refrain and move on from that. But yeah, I saw over the weekend, they're like, there's a Super Bowl in a week and no one's talking about it. Of course, Bad Bunny.
Yes. That's what I'm most excited about.
So everyone's talking about that now, but I'm like, no one, is it the teams? Like, what? Where's the motion?
I think it probably is the team, but also, I mean, yeah, I don't know why the hype hasn't been as much as it usually is, but yeah, I feel like the most things that I've heard have been talking about and excited for is the halftime and commercials, right? Like I feel like that's another reason why people tune in for the Super Bowl. But we have a couple Longhorns, right, playing in the Super Bowl. So
I know Byron Murphy on Seahawks, and then there's I think another Seahawk or two.
I think so, yeah. So that's exciting. We got some Longhorns in the mix, but yeah, I feel like I'm like I don't even know yet who I want to root for. I guess it'll be a game time decision.
Yeah, the commercials and the halftime.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say though. Have y'all noticed? I mean, I sent the Kendall Jenner one. The commercials. Like, what is this deal with people? Like, they're releasing the Super Bowl commercials before the Super Bowl. And somebody on LinkedIn, you know, LinkedIn's real strict. They were like, if it doesn't happen during the Super Bowl, then it's not a Super Bowl commercial. Which I mean, I guess I agree with, but I think that I've never seen that before.
So I was just going to say that, like during when we were watching, you know, the games before and the playoff games and seeing them, and I was like, what is this commercial? What is happening? And this was like the winter, you know, storm situation. I was with my parents and watching, and my mom was like, well, they've been doing this. They're like teasing parts of them, but the full commercial and like full story isn't coming out until the Super Bowl. And I was like, what is this? So
I get the tease, but at the same time, it was so fun because you like really wanted to plug into the commercials because you didn't know what they were going to be. And then also maybe because before leading up to the Super Bowl, the price tag on slots isn't as high. So they have a little bit of wiggle room there and maybe want to get some stuff out first. I don't know. But yeah, it's like the pageantry of having that time, right? Because when other times are people saying like, oh, I can't wait to watch the commercials? Like never.
Yeah, I think also that's probably why they're doing the pre one, because they're like, hey, this is coming, because I think attention spans in general are just not what they used to be. And so like you used to sit at home like with your family and watch the Super Bowl. Now people are at parties. Now people are like doing these larger things where I feel like it's the last couple of years, people who are probably the experts at this notice where it's like, what was your favorite commercial? And people were probably like, well, I didn't really like watch them. So maybe that's where all this pre came from.
Maybe
that's actually a fair analysis, because I would say like I don't remember all of them last year. Like,
same.
There's a lot of times where people are like, "Did you see this?" I'm like, "Actually, I didn't. Really, I was having too much fun."
Fun commercials. I mean, 6, 7.
It's just about the party now. Being with friends.
It's about the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait for the experience that the rest of our week is about to have.
Yeah. We didn't even mention the other part. So we're starting to get into our rodeo season, and we are going to be working with the hat brand. So we'll be revealing more about that too. And just really excited about all the things to come from the Western fashions, rodeo season. And we feel like we love rodeo. Our name's the Girl Herd. Like, duh. It just makes sense.
On brand.
Literally. Facts.
Facts.
Y'all get that later.
Inside jokes. But yeah. Stay plugged into our socials all week to find out. There are some other exciting things that we're doing this week as we come into Austin. So excited for you guys to follow along.
Stay tuned.